Skooch made a video called The Collapse of League of Legends Content, which I also agree with, and in this video we'll be responding with my own experience with League of Legends content, but I encourage you to go watch their video as well. This video will be broken up into several sections, including this contextual history of this channel before we talk about things that they talked about as well in their video that I also have my own experiences with as well. This channel started when I used to build things like Kami's Lookout from Dragon Ball Z, or the Space Colony Arc from Sonic Adventure 2 in Minecraft, and I wanted to show those off to my friends because they were interested in that kind of stuff, so I put them on YouTube so I could link them on things like Twitter or Skype. Y'all remember when Skype was a thing? That's technically how this channel started. 2014 is when we would start playing League of Legends proper, when my computer at the time could finally magically run it after like eons of never being able to play it. Several friends wanted me to play League of Legends for a while. One friend actually was spamming the ggGetJinxed music video almost daily, if not weekly at the time, and that's how, spoiler, we became a Jinx main channel, because I saw Jinx because she's free to play at levels 1 through 6 when you're a new player, and I was like, I want to play that champion then. That's the one from the music video. We'll play them, and then the rest kind of writes itself into the history of the channel, by the way. Back in 2014 also is when I started watching League YouTube specifically. I didn't really watch YouTube in general back then. I was still more of like a cable TV watcher and a console player back then. But I did start watching things like, like TLDR Patch Notes by Black Enola, who's now Akinola, by the way, and he's also back to making League content. Sky Williams and his 5 Reasons Why, as well as his other comedy stuff as well. Falcon Shield with their This Is War, Bad Administrator even too, as I mentioned, with his raps and stuff like that. There were many memes and parodies and all different kinds of stuff back then that I started consuming that I didn't even know existed. That was just cool to me at the time. And that's when I kind of started watching League YouTube, at least back then, and that back then was also the era where all that stuff still existed. 2015 kind of opened YouTube up more for me a bit, because then was when I started hearing about Markiplier a lot, as well as Five Nights at Freddy's, and I was like, let me kill 2 birds with 1 stone and just watch him playing through Five Nights at Freddy's. And so at that point, it kind of opened the floodgates of YouTube properly in general, and like not just League, but just Let's Plays, Star Wars stuff, whatever it was, I could consume it on YouTube, cutscenes even from games from long ago that gave me nostalgia all over again. Whatever it was, it existed, and I was like into YouTube at that point now. 2016, we hit our first 100 subscribers passively because the Minecraft videos I actually did way back in 2013 and so on had actually kind of built up over time, in which case I didn't know SEO and stuff back then, but I could have ended up being a Minecraft YouTuber if I would have known what in like doing YouTube and how to do YouTube back then, but I didn't. That ship has sailed. That being said, I decided I also wanted to do like content. I wanted to make videos and stuff after hitting that 100 and kind of do stuff on camera and whatnot. I didn't really want to show my face on camera yet though, but I did want to practice my mannerisms on camera, like how my hands moved and stuff like that. So I did cover my face with that mask I used to wear. I'm pretty ugly, we all know that now, but B, for other reasons, but that's why the cartoon character exists. It comes from that, actually. It came from that. It's me as a cartoon from back when I used to wear that mask. So there you go, in case you're newer to the channel and you don't know why that's a thing. This is, however, where I feel YouTube changed for League creators also, because it did the algorithm change where they wanted 10-minute plus long videos every single day. And when you're making patch notes or 5 Reasons Why or music especially, you can't do that for 10 minutes a new video every single day. Some of the quality in those came from the time it took for them putting in to make those the way they were. And for those that don't know, the reason why like a 10-minute mark and all that was a thing, and kind of still is ads on YouTube and how ads work and how creators get paid. If you don't know, because you're not on the creator side, we don't get paid based off of how many views a video makes. We get paid off of the ads that are put on the video, and if a video is 10 minutes or longer, you can put the maximum amount of ads on a video. And I don't mean the number, I mean the types of ads you can put on a video. You have access to the most amounts that YouTube will provide for you. That's why you can make a video like we did last year, the Aatrox video that did 55,000 views, and we didn't make $55,000. We didn't even make $5,500, right? We made about $55 off that video, because for simple math's sake, think of it like this. Per 1,000 views is $1, roughly. It varies from creators, and other creators will say maybe they make more, maybe they make less even, but that's how that actually works. So speaking of like Markiplier earlier, who's up there making maybe 1 million views a video, he could be making as little as $1,000 per video, if not less, if people are like not watching the video all the way through, the engagement's low. Probably not in his case specifically. I say he's probably the bar for a pretty successful YouTuber in general, but yeah, some people are like, oh, you're like a millionaire, you must be making like billions of dollars. No, actually, don't listen to Social Blade. Social Blade does not accurately describe how most YouTubers are actually making the amount of money that they're making. A little bit of insight on that as well, in case you're kind of curious about how that works. This is why YouTubers emphasize like, comment, and subscribing at the beginning of videos, because a lot of people might stop watching before the end of the video, and if they can get that engagement at the beginning, it can kind of help the video out in case you can't watch the whole entire video. I feel like with that algorithm change, there was a little bit of an exodus of some of the creative people in the League niche because you can't do that kind of content daily, which kind of gave rise to commentary videos as well as PvE stuff, balance things, Journey to Challenger videos, and things like that. And I'm not saying these people aren't creative too, they can't be funny and things like that, but I think that's why that content got popular around this time, because those creators couldn't sustain themselves on YouTube anymore as well, and that kind of became the main way to continue doing League of Legends content on the platform. So then what does this have to do with the subreddit, for example? Well, around this time, before this time, some of these creators that felt like they blew up will say they blew up because they posted a video on the subreddit and it took off on the subreddit. It wasn't because they just put it on YouTube and it went viral on YouTube. It's because you have to get that exposure through some other means. So they went to Reddit, it went good on Reddit, they got an audience from Reddit, and they kind of built up more of an audience from there. But now there's exodus, and so it left kind of a void of content for the subreddit. Some of these videos, of course, might be on the subreddit from time to time, but even recently, you probably don't go on the subreddit and find one of Red Mercy's videos of a Journey to Challenger play like on there anymore. It's basically balance stuff and things like that. That's kind of when I feel like the turn happened, where that started taking over the subreddit in terms of being the most popular kind of content on the subreddit for things like balance, complaints, saltiness, and all that stuff, but not really content creation anymore. I'm not saying that kind of stuff doesn't have a place on the subreddit either, but I'm saying I think that's when like the turn kind of happened, when that kind of content started disappearing from the League of Legends subreddit. Flash forward to 2018 for my own channel, that's when I actually started really kind of consistently doing League content. YouTube did the overall partnership change. I was originally a YouTube partner. They unpartnered me because I didn't have 1,000 subscribers, even though I had the 4,000 hours of watch time. A little bit salty about that, I'm not going to lie. I was hoping to get grandfathered in at least something. But I got the 1,000 subscribers back in June of that year. I grinded, I started doing the whole like, comment, subscribe, smash the like button and all that jazz that I never really did before. We got there. And then in July 2018, I did a video skit titled, it was basically about Riot if they made an MCN for YouTube for their League content creators. And then 2 months later in September, the League Partnership Program was created. I created the League Partnership Program. You're welcome, and also, I'm sorry, you probably have nightmares about the color green, and you can't look at Kermit the Frog the same anymore. I apologize. But at that point, I also kind of burnt out because I got rejected from the program. I didn't have 5,000 views on average per video, so I wasn't allowed in the program. Everything else apparently was good. I wasn't like a bad player and bad standings and anything like that. And when you originally signed up for the program, that used to not be a stipulation, or it was, but you still could sign up and get in, and they would be like, oh, you can't do giveaways though because you don't have a large audience. That was the idea of why I even signed up to begin with, but they changed that actually. And I have proof of this because in Red Mercy, when he first covered the League Partner Program in 2018, it has like the original sign-up requirements, and that's in there. But if you go to the sign-up requirements after that point, they actually changed that because they must have got like hundreds of applicants, to be fair. They had to weed it down somehow. They didn't maybe expect that many creators to come out the woodworks to want to be a part of it. I don't hold any bitterness against them, by the way. I just want to put that out there too. But I did burn out at that point because at first I was like, I'll still keep pushing to do daily content. I get into the League Partner Program, maybe things will be on the up and up. I got rejected. I was burnt out also from doing daily content, basically 7 days a week for 6 months straight, barely dropping any days here and there, so we could get back to that 1,000. And I was just like, okay, well, now I'm kind of burnt out. We're going to slow down the content. We stopped doing weekends. Then we kind of watered it down to just the Wednesday Jinx video, which I started back in 2016 with an agreement with the Jinx subreddit specifically of doing like daily content or weekly content, because that's when Discords finally started popping off. There was an exodus from a lot of main subreddits to the Discords instead, but we wanted some traffic still on the League Jinx subreddit, so I was like, if I'm going to make a weekly Jinx video on Wednesdays anyways, I might as well post it on the subreddit for like a weekly discussion thread for the community and kind of give people a reason, an excuse to go back to the subreddit as well. So that's how that exists as well. That's how Let's Talk Jinx exists for 4 years now. Thank you to League of Jinx specifically. That is also how the creation of Gamrison came to be. It's a variety channel that still exists. I just do whatever I want over there. We do League stuff over there sometimes, but it's more comedy stuff, or it's skit stuff, or it's raps, or it's things like that. Things that I kind of took away from this channel because I watered it down to, we're just going to talk about the PvE stuff, we're just going to talk about the Wednesday Jinx stuff. That's it. It's going to be really niche down. That's what League content kind of is now, heading into 2020 to this day now. Cool, fine, I'll play ball. So the creative stuff kind of left at the end of 2018, and that's kind of where it went to that channel. So what does this have to do with Skooch's video? Skooch brought up a good point when it came to the League of Legends subreddit, and we kind of touched on this a little bit already, right? Like back in 2014, again, TLDR patch notes, 5 reasons why, Falcon Shield, whoever else you could name back then. There's plenty more I could name too, and me not naming them is me not disrespecting them at all. It's just I don't want to make this video too terribly long, but I really could go through like dozens of creators back then, and to be honest, creators that still exist to this day that also deserve recognition. Again, I'm not naming them, not because I don't think they're great or because out of disrespect. It's just I don't want to make this video too terribly long as it is. I am sorry, but they do exist. You can even comment with their name down there. They do exist. They're great people that still exist and persevered through all these changes with the YouTube algorithm. But I do think YouTube kind of screwed that over a little bit on that side. And then with the subreddit, what ended up happening is back then people might blow up by putting their content out there. But once we got to the other side of 2016, it does feel like a lot of the creative stuff that gets posted on the subreddit does get downvoted, or at least doesn't do as well. You don't necessarily have the chance to do as well putting your content on the League of Legends subreddit as it used to. And in Skooch's case, he even mentioned being shadow banned or just having issues with the moderators and stuff like that. Me in general, what hurts more for me is not my content making it far, because I don't think I necessarily made something super great that deserved to hit front page to begin with. What hurts me more is finding creators that I think actually make content that's far better than mine, who are far smaller than me, that are also getting downvoted and not really getting a chance to actually pop off on the subreddit anymore, because it does feel like, and creators' defense, that if you're not doing something about the PvE, if you're not talking about a balance change, if you're not complaining about Riot or something like that, it's not content that the subreddit wants anymore. What feels bad about saying that is because that's probably not true. That'd be a generalization. There's like millions of people now on the subreddit, and if any of them are watching this video, they might be like, no, we actually want creative stuff on the subreddit. But creators at this point kind of feel like, why bother putting this stuff on there anymore? It doesn't do well for one reason or the other. But in reality, we'd be fine posting stuff on there again if it felt like that stuff could do well on there as well. But for various reasons, again, Skooch has his own experience with the moderators and stuff. I don't necessarily have that particular experience. My experience is more, I post a video, I hit the retry thumbnail button so the thumbnail can refresh, and by the time I refresh the page, it's already down at 0 points. So I just got to the point where it's like, why bother making the 9 comments I need to make anyways to post a self-post if in 4 seconds this thing's already downvoted? I sometimes get people commenting that they didn't even watch the video, they just read the title and that was all they apparently needed, so they actually don't know that the video was a parody or something anyways, so you know, there's that. But yeah, the subreddit, it feels like doesn't enable creators like it used to. And what hurts about that isn't someone like me or even someone like Skooch, who have their audiences to an extent. It's the new people that want to get into making League content, that are creative and stuff, that probably won't actually have a chance to do that. Because also mentioned in Skooch's video was like the current climate of League content, the meta of League content. You have like the Red Mercies and people, nothing against them by the way either, not saying they're not funny and have their own creative stuff as well, but you have those guys, when like a new rework or something is just being posted or tweeted out by the League Twitter, they're already uploading like fully edited, high quality videos about that thing. That's where all the views and stuff are gonna go. Not that you can't watch multiple videos, but like with the League kind of content and how it is, it's not really like it's evergreen content, where like you're doing a let's play that's very entertaining, so people will watch this for years and years and years. When you comes to like League content, you want to know stuff instantly, you want to know stuff immediately, you want to get to it ASAP. So if you watch all these other creators just drop their high quality videos, kind of why would you search for other creators' videos, especially if they're going to come out later? Not like shade against the audience, and again, not shade against these bigger creators, but my point is like, why? You watching, why would you go watch my video on something if Red Bursty and all of them already put out high quality, like good, great videos on this topic? You're not probably watching a lot of people's perspectives, you just want to know the news, if anything, as well, right? I could be wrong, again, so comment and call me wrong, that's totally fine. But it's in that reality where it's like, if you can't compete with that timeline, with that time limit basically, why bother? And so the entry basically for new creators feels like it's kind of low, combined with creative stuff too. Honestly, one of the reasons I burnt out was because I want to do creative stuff. I don't want to do all these PvE conversations and stuff like that. So it kind of did lead me to burn out in 2018 a bit, and that's why the other channel kind of exists as well. So I might bring back creative stuff in this channel though, we'll see. But I do want you to comment with your own experience with creative League of Legends content, creators that you feel don't get enough spotlight too, by the way. And comment with that in this video, and also on Skooch's video when you go over there. Make sure to mention creators you think maybe deserve a bit more love, because in his video he mentioned he's going to start making threads and stuff about creators he's going to try and shout out and stuff like that, to get them more of a spotlight, because the League subreddit doesn't really do it for anymore. It doesn't really do it for one reason or the other. But if we can, through our videos, extend a hand to the League subreddit to be able to say, hey, if people want creative content, we'll put creative content on the League subreddit again, but we're going to need your help to do that, to justify doing that, and also help other smaller creators kind of get their footing in the League community then. Because here's the thing, the way Reddit works, the dice roll of Reddit, right? If 10 people would see your video, and one of them doesn't like your video, but the other 9 would, but that one person makes it to the video first and downvotes it, the other 9 people aren't going to see the video. So that's, you know, kind of a lost cause there. But if the other 9 people see it first, then they'll like it, and even that one person comes along and dislikes it, it won't matter because the 9 people saw it. Maybe that's 9 new fans, 9 new subscribers, whatever, etc. is. We can do so much over here in terms of maybe trying to promote people. Not really my size, maybe scooching people, but we're gonna need your help, the audience, as well. We're gonna need the subreddit's help as well, especially when in Skooch's case, if you are dealing with issues from the moderators, then more than ever we need you guys to then help other creators get their posts going over on the subreddit, as well as also just looking for their content on YouTube in general. So that being said, this video was accidentally entirely too long, so I'm sorry. But I'm going to end the video there by saying thank you so much for watching this video. Go look at Skooch's video, and don't bash the subreddit. I'm not making this video as an anti-subreddit, anti-moderator kind of a video. If it comes across like that, I'm telling you right now, it's not supposed to be that. So then if you continue to say it is supposed to be that, you're just wrong. I'm literally saying in this video, that's not what this is supposed to be. So sorry if it does come across that way, but that's not the intent. But that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Smash that like button or whatever. Jeez, I can't say that. Anyways, I don't know which video will be next, because life can have a lot of kinks. So until next time, take care. GG, get jinxed. Thank you for watching, and enjoy pizza responsibly.